should know about exercise. That firstly, the 3 things that we target to improve your lifestyle and reduce your risk. One is your ambient movement. So for many people, they can't exercise. They have knee pain, foot pain, back pain, hip pains. It makes it very hard to do the movement that's recommended. So one of the first things that an exercise physiologist might do is look at how much movement they can sneak in to your day without making it too formal. That's a very important approach because we know the more you sit, the higher your sugar levels go. So the aim is to try and break up prolonged periods of time where you're not moving your body. Just contracting your muscle helps pull the sugar out of the blood. Actually does it 2 ways. Exercise affects your sugar in 2 ways. Firstly, it helps improve the sensitivity of your muscle to a hormone called insulin. That's very important. So it improves insulin sensitivity. But it also pulls sugar out of the blood every time you contract your muscle. So just contracting your muscle, squeezing it, moving it, actually helps bring down the sugar. So it's a very attractive way to start trying to improve the management of your sugar levels just by being a little bit more active in every day in every possible way. So we call that incidental activity. And that's the base of the pyramid. Has anyone ever seen the food pyramid? Does anyone remember an image of a food pyramid?
Yeah.
Well, did you know there's one for exercise? No? Well, there's your homework. I want you to Google it. Google the physical activity pyramid. And what you'll see at the base of the pyramid, now remember the theory of a pyramid? That the pyramid can only be as high as the base is wide. So if you don't create a firm foundation, then you can't continue up the pyramid. So that is the way we explain exercise. It's very important that you start by becoming a little bit more active in every day that you act. Now, the best way to know that, because that's very like, well, how do I know? Is of course some sort of device that tells you how active you are. Now, these devices now have really, really expanded. You can see I've got a watch that tells me how many steps I wear. I've got a ring that tells me how many steps I get. So there's many, many ways. Now, if you don't want to go to that level, you can go right back to the very beginning and get an old-fashioned step count. It's called a pedometer. When we strengthen the muscles, that's another way that we can help pull the sugar that's in your blood into the muscle. It makes the muscle, of course, the other benefits are your bones. That's a very, very important consideration that as you get older, we've got to keep our bones strong. And the only way to keep your bones strong, aside from medication, is to load them. You've got to load your bones. And that's why strengthening exercise is critical for bone health. So is that manageable? Do you think 3 different exercises done once, twice a week? Good. And you don't need any equipment to do it. You don't need any equipment. We have technology. Mm-hmm. So you could do something like a wall push-up. Yeah. That would be your first exercise to strengthen the muscles of the back of the arm and the chest. Then with a chair rise. That's number 2. And then a third exercise could be for your tummy, or could be an exercise with the band where we pull. Because they're the movements we want to train. The muscles front, the muscles of the back, and then the legs. The big 3. Just those 3 alone have been shown to make big improvements in people's health in terms of blood glucose, muscle strength, and even bone health. Done twice. That's the recommendation. So we do 2 strengthening sessions a week. We try and get our steps gradually towards 7,000, but remembering every time you increase your steps by 1,000, you're making a big difference. Then in the middle is the faster walks. But we've got to build up your ability to walk first. So you do not go out and try and do a brisk 30-minute walk if you've never done that before. That won't end well. And then you go, I'm not going to do this bloody thing anymore. Got a sore knee, got a sore back. You've got to build up slowly. You've got to build up the amount of walking you can do first before you then build up your speed. Yeah? Makes sense? Any questions on exercise? So they're the big 3 messages. I'll repeat. 1, move more, sit less. And monitor that with some device that tells you that you're actually doing that. 2, strengthening exercises a week, or sessions a week. And then 3, building up the aerobic exercise So you are landing somewhere near 150 minutes, but that needs to be done at a pace that raises your heartbeat. Talk, but not whistle. If you're whistling, you're probably not moving quickly enough to be in that aerobic training zone. That's the big three messages. Any questions?